Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a couple packages to unbox. So one package is from my buddy Jim Skelton. The other one here is from Null Knives, and I'm going to unbox it with the Kunwu Knives Padre Lefty. Really enjoying this knife. It has got my nail a little bit, so you got to be a little careful when you're disengaging it. But it's breaking in real nice. Tuning the detent really helped as well. Fires out of there. A little big for my taste, but I feel the same way about the knife we're about to see. This is actually the Null Knives Voodoo, and you guys may have seen me unbox this knife already. The one I had originally had a warping issue on the scale, so Sean was kind enough to swap it out for me. So that is why I have another one. What is going on? Can't get under this tape for some reason. There we go. It's definitely got a thin edge. It's just oddly not cutting. Okay. Look at that. Is this the right knife? No knife yet. Got this weird paper. It's interesting. There we go. I'll just put all this in here so I can throw it away easier. There we go. And this should just be a replacement for the one I had. So we'll see. We have the cards, number 825. Same version I had already. Fires out of there. So, feels a little snappier. Centering looks good, slightly over to this side, but that's how the first one was. I'm thinking that's just how they are, maybe. And I'm very, very picky. So let's see. Let's feel that detent. So a little more droppy than the last one. You can hear it click. Detent, it looks about the same as that one was. Nice crisp break. You can hear that click, right? So it's got a good break to it, I think. Yeah, that feels good. Comfortable in the hand. And so this knife is a little larger than I normally like, but by a very small margin. You can see I can comfortably grip it choked up like this. I just have a little bit sticking out. That's where this one, it just has so much knife sticking out of there. Yet it's really not going to be bigger than this knife. It's just odd. It's because of that banana shape. Truly, I honestly think it's smaller. Yes, it is. It is smaller than the Voodoo overall. But somehow when I choke up on this, I have like a whole handle sticking out. Choke up on this, I mean, I don't really have anything sticking out back here. That's crazy, right? So it's just a matter of where you put things, I guess. But yeah, this is nice, like a gnat in here or something. No play in any direction, which is nice. Well, I mean, I'm really rocking it. I don't think there's an issue there. Nice click. Yeah. This is a good one. This is a good one right here. I'm not sure if I'll even take it apart to try to put skips in, because the action is pretty much perfect right now. And, you know, sometimes I do more damage than good. So if it doesn't walk, I think I'll just leave it alone. It's really nice there. See if there's any schmutz here. Nope. Yeah, beautiful knife. But anyway, the issue I had was the scale. So over here on the lock side, this scale was sitting up a little bit, and I could push it, and it would click. It would go click, click, click. And I took it apart to try to fix that and everything, and I got it to stop clicking, but it stood up, so I could like catch the edge pretty good here. So it was just some kind of warping with the scale, I guess. This one seems to be perfect. Clip feels really stout. I mean, look at this. Just, oh man, such a sweet knife. Ooh. We got a healthy amount of detent lash. Sorry, pivot lash. That's unfortunate. Doesn't really affect, there's no detent lash. But you can pull the blade in and out here. So, I don't know. That could be the bearing, so I might need to go in there and put skips in because that can sure it up. So, we might need to do that. Do we want to do it right now is the real question. I guess. Do I have a pry bar? Because that was my issue last time. I didn't have a pry bar. I might save that and do a separate video just on the Voodoo here, disassembling it. But yeah, that's one thing I just don't like. Any pivot lash. It's not really a major issue or anything because it doesn't mess with the functionality. It just messes with my brain. So, yeah. There you go. Very cool. That's the Voodoo. Designed and developed in New York. Made by Riyadh in China. Alright. Let's get this in here. I actually do have another model of his in right now. The Raikou. I have a prototype, which is very nice. Not necessarily my style, but very cool and well-made knife. So you'll see a video on that. Now, this one here is the BRB4, I believe it's called. From, shit, I'll tell you in a second. I'm blanking. It's a German guy who makes them. And they're like, you know, Oz Roosevelts, whatever, made in-house, kind of CNC custom, I would call them. Blaurock, that's what it is. I did not see that before I said that. Blaurock blades. And I love seeing German companies in the knife game because I'm German, was born there. Here's a nice little patch. Made in Germany. Awesome. Awesome. Little bead. Oh, no, that's not a bead. That's a tool. That's how you take it apart. Forgot about that. I've actually handled one of these before. Here's the information. So, I don't think it was this version, maybe. But I don't know if you guys recall, I had one in from NAF Sergeant back in the day. And there was a few things I just didn't love about it. Not the best lefty knife, but just such a cool design and everything. So I think they revamped a bunch of stuff. Oh my God. I think they revamped a bunch of stuff on a sort of newer version. The D10 is totally different. This is absolutely a snappy D10. I mean, listen to this thing. Hear that? No play. Oh, that's just so good. Nice flipper tab. Very well done. I mean, this is freaking beautiful. Not going to work lefty just because of that lock bar. I can probably thumb flick it, though. Can thumb flick it. But flicking it is just not gonna be easy. Ergonomics. So large glove size hand. I'm really cramping in here, so not really great. But you do have this flat up here, which is actually pretty comfortable once you get used to it. You have sort of a step CNC bevel, I guess. Feels like a hollow. Man, that is nice. Action is phenomenal on this. I mean, just look at it drop. I mean, if you're right-handed, you really have no excuse on this one. The detent and the way it breaks on that reverse flick is just to die for. I mean, oh, it's so good because it's got a flipper detent. You know what I mean? Which is perfect. That's why I like these flipper whole combos because you get the nice strong detent. This is a beautiful knife, super well made, I mean, look at that. This is kind of giving me Craig Brown vibes. Look at that. Action, yet strong, snappy detent. That's what it's all about. The flipper tab is interesting. It's not my favorite because you're kind of tucked back here and you're forced to pull back, right? But it works. That's for sure. It works. But I feel like I am hitting down here as I do it. I'm like kind of smacking that corner, but I freaking love it. If he made a left-handed version, I would 100% be all over it. So this is my cry for a left-handed version. I mean, this thing is incredible, guys. Holy shit. All right. I'll do a dedicated overview on this, most likely. Okay, there's one little issue. The tip. You can catch the tip right there. So, I mean, I'm not even really trying. I'm literally just going like this, and I'm catching that tip. So, that's something I would try to fix. I don't know how you do that. You just bury it a little more, right? I think you would just have to... I'm not a knife maker, so, you know. But I think you would just have to set the stop pin a little lower so it comes down a little bit more. Because it looks like you have room. Not positive, but yeah, you should have some room to just drop that a little more. Because I don't want to be catching the tip right here. That's me on the tip. So if somebody goes to reach in their pocket, let's think about this. I think you'd be fine because... you're right-handed, right? So you have it like this. You're reaching past here. You're not reaching this way. But if you ever did reach this way, you would definitely be able to cut yourself. So I don't know. I would just bury it to make it so there's no question. You know what I mean? You don't want people accidentally cutting themselves. But man, just a fantastic. I love the size too. I know it's not like the best size ergonomically back here, but it works, and I can choke up nicely. So the size is great. I love the way he did the lock bar. Yeah, I mean, if I can't even remember fully how I felt about it when I had it originally, but I can tell you right now the detent is way better, and I feel like a lot of details are better too. This is amazing. So well done. And hopefully he makes lefties, because I want to get one now. So, love you guys. Hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.